Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. I'm Julie, your host, and I'm so delighted you could join us this week. My intention in doing this show is to provide information, insight, and comfort to people all around the world by helping to answer life's unanswerable questions. We have a whole bunch of callers on hold, and I'm looking forward to hearing what their questions are and what Spirit has to say for an answer and for guidance on that. But first, I just wanted to remind all of you that follow me on social media, especially Instagram. I'm at Ask Julie Ryan on all platforms. We've had some fraudulent activity on the Instagram. And what's happening is people are saying that they're me and they're contacting people, and they're saying that I was led to contact them and do a reading for them and for them to pay me for it. And a lot of people have fallen for it. So I will never contact you to do a reading. I will never ask you for money up front. If you go to my website and you schedule an appointment, then you'll pay. But I will never contact you through social media. And if you are contacted by somebody, a couple of things. Number one, report them to Instagram and block them. And then also, if you've fallen prey to these fraudsters, call your credit card or your bank, credit card company or your bank, and say, hey, look, I was defrauded. I need to get my money back. Because people have been messaging me and saying, I called my bank or I called my credit card company and they got me my money back. So I will never contact you. I will never call you or message you and ask you to do a reading and to pay me for it through Instagram or Facebook or any of those platforms. The criminals have gotten really tenacious, first of all, and also very savvy because people have fallen for it. And as soon as we shut down their account, then they're in with something else. And they're misspelling my name, like it'll be Jullie or Julie Rryan or something like that. So pay attention to how the spelling looks. And on Instagram, I've got, 10,500 followers. And most of these fraudulent ones will have just a few followers. So pay attention to that and don't fall for that if you're contacted on Instagram. And for those of you that aren't following me, follow me at The Real Ask Julie Ryan with 10,000 followers, and then you'll be on the right track. So just wanted to mention that. I'm sorry to those of you that have gotten stung with that. Call your bank and your credit card company. You'll hopefully get your money back. All right, let's go to the phones. Our first caller is Julie. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
How are you?
I'm from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Terrific. Welcome.
As you
got a
might
question?
remember, we lost the closest family friends and 3 of our 4 fur kids in the last 2.5 years, and we're sitting at home, self-isolating because we don't want to get sick and we don't want to lose any more. And we have one kitty with us. And I don't know if I'm micromanaging or not, but he's been acting different and wondering if he's healthy and if he's happy.
What's his name?
His name is Tootsie.
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 I think we've talked to Tootsie before, long time ago.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do, Julie, is I'm going to connect to you and from you to Tootsie. And how this works for those of you that are first-time listeners is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit because we're all spirits attached to a body having a human experience. And when we're attached to a body, we vibrate more slowly simply because the body has mass. So I close my eyes, I watch a laser beam, hook into Julie, and then go from her to her kitty cat. And then we're going to ask him some questions and see what he has to say. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, Julie, and hooking into you up in Wisconsin. All right, got Tootsie. Questions for Tootsie. Do you have a question for him?
Does he feel okay? He's pulling out his hair and he sounds sniffly and
he's saying he's really itchy.
Them and
He's really itchy. he's having some kind of a skin thing going on. Does he seem to be scratching a lot?
Huh. No, just pulling out hair, and he has symptoms like when he had a lump on his thyroid, and we don't know if it's thyroid or...
I do get he's having a thyroid problem, but I'm also getting that it's some kind of environmental something. Is he an indoor cat only, Julie, or is he an indoor-outdoor?
Yes, he is. Indoor.
Which one? Just indoor? Okay.
Indoor.
Have you gotten any new carpeting or new furniture or new blankets or anything that he'd be on?
No.
Okay. I'm getting it's a dermatology
maybe
thing.
He was bored and stuff and picking up on that. Okay.
Nope.
I bought a stroller to take him for a walk outside. I don't know if that helped or not.
That's hysterical. Oh, my gosh. No, I get this is a dermatology thing. It's a dermatology thing. So I would take him to the vet and see what the vet says, but it's a dermatology thing going on with him.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Would he be okay with another cat or dog around? Okay. Thanks, Julie. Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye. Let's go to Karen next. Hi, Karen.
Hi there.
How are you, girl?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I sure can. Where are you located?
I'm in Butte, Montana.
Okay, now I'm having trouble hearing you, so maybe speak a little louder. I heard Montana. There,
Butte,
that's better.
Montana.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a basal cell on my forehead, and I was wondering if you could get rid of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, nobody heals anybody else, Karen. We all heal ourselves. And so how this works is Spirit works through me and with me to help you heal yourself. You know, no doctor, no medical provider of any kind, no healer heals anybody else. We all just help the person by facilitating things to help you heal yourself. And an analogy I like to use for this a lot, Karen, is if you think about when somebody has surgery, at the end of the procedure, the surgeon's going to close the incision with sutures and staples. The surgeon doesn't make the person's skin grow back. The person makes their own skin grow back, the patient. And this is the same thing. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is connect to you, and then we'll see what we can do to help you heal yourself. How's that sound? Okay, here we go.
Great.
So my laser beam heading out to Montana. You guys having good weather? Are you done with the snow?
We're not done with it, darn it.
Oh, geez. Do you have snow on the ground?
No, but it's still flaking a little bit and cold.
Yeah. Oh, I'll send you some of my Alabama weather. It's gorgeous down here. Come on down and see me. All right.
That'd be great.
So I can see where the little area is. And so what I'm doing is Spirit working through me and with me, scooping it out a little bit, Karen, and then applying stem cell energy to it, which is going to help it heal. Now, stem cell energy looks like a light amber colored gel, has sparkles in it because it's woo-woo. You know, you got to have sparkles when you're doing woo-woo. And it reminds me of a watery gel like Dippity-Doo. Are you young enough to remember Dippity-Doo hair gel in the 60s and 70s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there's a little tiny vortex that's spinning above your forehead, and imagine a little tornado cloud. And that's spinning, and that centrifugal force is what's regenerating the skin there, and it will heal it. Are you going to go see a dermatologist? Have you already? What are you thinking along those lines?
I have.
And what they say?
Mm-hmm. They said I should have it removed, and I haven't had that done yet.
They're just going to freeze it, probably.
Yeah, or scrape it. I'm not certain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a non-event for you because it's already happened on the energetic level. The healing's already happened. So, by the way, the stem cell energy is the coolest stuff, Karen. It'll regenerate any body part that we need. And I have watched it regenerate whole organs before, and they show up on subsequent scans like MRIs and CT scans and stuff like that. And what I believe I'm watching in this healing is what our bodies do on their own all day long. Because if you think about every cell has a nucleus, every nucleus is surrounded by cytoplasm. Cytoplasm's a watery gel, like dippity-doo. And our bodies have a centrifugal force that spins, which is what causes the cells to divide and replicate to the tune of billions of them a day. So I think it's going to be a non-event. Go see your dermatologist. They'll take it off. Thanks for calling. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see who our next caller is, see what their question is. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Our next caller is Ursula. Hi, Ursula. Hi, Ursula.
Hi, Julie. This is Ursula.
Hi, Ursula. Where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in Long Beach, California.
Oh, terrific. All right. Well, welcome. Got a question for me?
Thank you for taking my call. Yes, yes. I have problem with my eyes, and it seems like I need new reading glasses every couple of months. I also have floaters and difficulty seeing at night, and also the glare from the cars bothers me. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to ask you if you could facilitate some healing for improvement, or also so it does not get worse. And maybe what can I do on my side?
Yeah, absolutely. So you wear glasses now for reading, Ursula, but your reading glasses, you're having to get them changed frequently?
Right, yes. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let me get you on my radar and we'll see what's going on with your eyeballs. Here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to L.A. Got you in Long Beach. All right. So I'm going in through the back of your head. I'm looking through your eyes. What's happening first is the floaters are getting lasered. Imagine a pinpoint laser that's just zapping every one of them, and it just gets rid of it. So that's happening. I'm working on your right eye first. Does your right eye seem to be worse, Ursula?
I'm not quite sure. I think so, yes. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. That's where the energy went first. Okay, so it's doing that. Now it's doing it in the left eye. Again, pinpoint laser just zapping all those little floaters that are going on there. Okay, now a LASIK procedure is happening. Have you had cataract surgery, Ursula, or have they talked to you about cataracts?
No. Do I have cataract?
No, you don't. But sometimes people, when they've had cataract surgery, they'll see that halo of lights. Did you have LASIK surgery at some point?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. You're getting it now. You're getting it energetically. So imagine that laser again, making a little slit. That's a vertical slit in your eye. And that's going to change the refraction of the light. And so the right eye just got done. Left eye is getting done now. All right, left eye just got done. All right, now I'm behind your right eye, and what we're doing, Spirit and I, is tightening the muscle behind your right eye, and that's going to help you with your close-up reading vision. You're near, what's that? That makes you nearsighted, I guess. Nearsighted is when you can't see things far. It always confused me, but for reading. So tightening that muscle behind your right eye and then tightening the muscle behind your left eye. And now what's happening, Ursula, is your eyes are getting balanced. So did you ever have a car back in the day where you needed to get the headlights balanced because one was up a little higher than the other? Did you ever have that? on a
No.
car? Okay.
No, I
well,
did
a lot of people have, and that's what it reminds me of. So we want you to we don't want your right eye seeing up higher than your left eye. We want them to be even. And so that's what I always see is I'm looking at looking through the back of your head, through your eyes, and I'm watching them get balanced so that they're level. All right. Looks good. Hope that helps. What's your
Wonderful.
ophthalmologist saying?
Thank
What's your doctor saying about that?
Nothing really. He just prescribed glasses for reading, but that's it.
Yeah, but if you're having to change a prescription a lot, what's going on with that? What has the doctor said about that?
Oh, that I do by myself. Because you can buy them at the store. So I got it once. So I just noticed when it gets worse, then I have to increase and buy other glasses.
Okay.
More stronger glasses.
So are you like me? I buy those cheaters and I get like 5 of them for $20 at Costco. They're all over my house. Is that what you're doing?
Kind of, yes. They're increasing in numbers. Yeah.
Right. Well, you may want to ask your ophthalmologist or your optometrist about getting prescription reading glasses, and that may help if you get what the actual prescription is instead of just guessing with the cheaters, because the quality of those is not great. You know, they're 5 for $20, so I think the quality is not perfect. You may want to give that a thought. So I hope that helps, Ursula. Thanks for calling in tonight. You bet. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's go to Kristen next. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Where are you located?
About my son.
Okay. Where are you located?
In Redding, California.
Okay. What's going on with your son?
In Redding, California.
Okay. Great.
He's not in Redding, but he's having, actually since last year, issues with his bladder. And he had an appointment with a urologist, but then they told him he wasn't 21, so he couldn't go to the appointment. So, now I finally got him in better insurance, but it's not starting until the 1st of May. So he feels like he has to pee all the time. And it was kind of off and on, like maybe once a month for a day, and now as of 2 weeks ago, it just started, and he said he was just going crazy. And he does not have a bladder infection.
Okay. So he doesn't have pain when he's going to the bathroom. It's just that it feels like he has to go all the time.
Yeah. And then it would take him a minute, and then he has like a weaker stream, he said.
And he's only 21?
But he's 19. They 19. Did a test. They made sure his bladder was being emptied with the ultrasound. And there wasn't any stones or anything.
Gosh. Kristen, I'm going to hold you over on the break. When we come back, we'll see what Spirit has to say about your son. Everybody, you're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan show, so stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, we were talking with Kristen in California about her son that's having some urology issues going on. What's his name, Kristen?
His name's Moss, M-A-A-S.
M-A-A-S, Moss. Okay, and where does Moss live?
He lives in Pleasanton, California.
Okay, all right. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect
Bay Area.
I'm going to connect from you to him, and I'm going to ask his permission if I can scan him. If he says yes, I will. If he says no, I won't, because I believe it's an invasion of privacy. Okay. But all is not lost, because we can talk with his spirit and get information that way. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading out to you in California. Northern California this time. We had Southern California with our last caller. All right, got you. Coming back down to the Bay Area, to Moss. All right, Moss, I'm talking to your mom. She wants me to scan you energetically to see if I can help you feel better. Would that be okay? He's saying yes. Did you clear that with him first, or he's just trusting?
No, I cleared it with him.
Good job, Mom. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm shooting energy from his feet up to the top of his head. He's got a bunch of inflammation in his pelvic area. So I got that going on. Is he having any GI issues also, Kristen, in addition to the urinary stuff? Or is it just bladder?
He has not mentioned any of it.
Okay.
Looks
all
like
right.
It's the bladder. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It looks like he's got an infection to me. I'm watching antibiotic energy go on his, his whole bladder area. It looks like he's got an infection in the urethra, actually. So it looks like it's swollen.
All the tests keep coming up.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
He's still got symptoms, though. So what I'm doing is I'm applying, I applied anti-inflammation energy. Inflammation looks like a red fog on body parts. Blue, kind of the color blue that's inside a refreezable ice pack, that's anti-inflammatory energy, and I've applied that. And so now what I'm watching is antibiotic energy get used. And so that will help there. Okay. And so I'm watching the urethra get calmed down. So it's swollen, kind of like, think about the inner diameter of a hose. If there's something inside the hose, it's going to lessen the area for the fluid to go through it. It's going to lessen the velocity, if you will, of which, how quickly fluid can be evacuated. So I'm seeing that there's an infection there. And I think if you can get him on some antibiotics, it's going to help a lot.
Okay, yeah, he's had a lot the last end of the year.
He had a lot of antibiotics.
Something else going on as well, but
because of this problem.
This time enough. Well, he had a bladder infection, and before that he had epididymitis.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Forever. He had it like.
Excuse me. What's epididymitis?
The inflammation of the epididymis. It's when it's something where the sperm goes through. That too.
Yeah, he's still got an infection. I'm getting cystitis, is what Spirit's telling me. So he's still got an infection going on. You may want to get him on some antifungals too. Nystatin is my favorite. It's an antifungal that kills yeast on contact. If he's been taking a lot of antibiotics, his gut's I'm sure it's whacked from that. So you want to request that with the antibiotics. I would do another round.
Some Nystatin.
Yeah, I would do Nystatin. And I'm getting, check into Cipro. Do some research on Cipro. I'm getting that if he was on antibiotics, they weren't necessarily the right. Some are gram negative and some are gram positive, and I don't know that much about them. I just know if I get a name that I usually will just suggest that you research it, but I'm getting Cipro, CIPRO.
Okay.
So research that, talk to his doctor about it, and see if that can help. I hope he feels better.
Okay, thank you so much, Julie.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye. All righty, let's go to Allison next. Hi, Allison.
Hi, Julie.
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Please tell everybody where you're located.
I'm actually in Pennsylvania, in Wayne.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah, I recently had a miscarriage like a month ago. We're trying to have another child, and unfortunately, I also have multiple sclerosis. And I was wondering, my question was, am I going to be able to get pregnant soon, or if I'm going to have any more children. So there's a lot.
I get yes, yes, and yes.
Right,
all yeses. 3 yeses in a row.
Yes.
Yes,
all
yes, and yes.
I hope there's. I don't know. We're hoping for twins, and then I'm going to be like, I'm done. So I don't know if I have any more children waiting and stuff. So that was really
well. Let me look and see, because baby's energy attaches to the mom's energy field before they're conceived. Did you know that? And they look like orbs.
Oh,
that attach to the mom's. They're usually above their right shoulder. So do you want me to check and see how many you have?
Yeah, sure. Please.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm connecting to you. You have 2. They're not twins. One's behind the other. They're not twins. That doesn't mean that they're all going to incarnate, Allison. It just means that there's a possibility of it. And will Allison birth these babies? I get a yes. Will your deliveries go well? Yes. Will your pregnancies go well? I get that you may need to do some extra resting because of the MS, but that you're I think you're going to have 1, maybe 2 more.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Bye now. Well, that was easy. All right, let's go to Sally next. I love seeing baby's energy. It's so funny. The energy looks like the orbs that Glenda the Good Witch flew into Munchkin Land in. You know, as she floated into Munchkin Land. Sally, did you see The Wizard of Oz at some point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? That bubble that Glenda floats in on? That's what baby's orbs look like. And the funny thing about orbs is a lot of times we'll see them in family pictures. And if you put them on a big monitor, a lot of times you can blow them up and you'll see faces inside of them. So that's kind of cool when that happens.
Oh,
so, hi, Sally. How are you, girl?
Hi.
Hi.
Good. How are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you. Thanks for calling in tonight.
Yeah, so I actually, when I first called in, I didn't actually have a question, but now I have a question.
Well, see, I must have known that because I was psychic, because I forgot. You told me that before we started the show, and I called on you anyway. So, who knew? Tell everybody where you're located.
Question. I just wonder.
Where are you located? Where are you located?
In southern Vermont. Southern Vermont.
All right. What's your question?
Yep. And so I'm just wondering if the spirit of my late soulmate, Kirk, husband of 31 years, who I lost really tragically 3 years ago, I need to talk to him, and I'm just hoping he's around. Because some stuff's going on that I could really use some support with.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know how to talk to him, Sally? Have you heard me talk about that before?
Not really.
Okay. Our heads are big satellite dishes.
Don't really know how to do it.
Okay. Listen up. It's super easy.
Okay.
Anybody can do it. We're doing it all day long. We're just not aware of it. Our heads are big satellite dishes. They receive and transmit frequencies. Every spirit has a frequency they keep throughout all their lifetimes. So to connect with Kirk, all you have to do is think of him, and that connects your satellite dish head with his frequency, kind of like a radio station, broadcasts on a frequency that connects you to his frequency. And then you ask him a question or you make a statement, either aloud or in your head. He's going to answer you, Sally. It's going to come in within a second, as fast as you can snap your fingers, or before that. Sometimes they will answer like halfway through the thought. And so you just do it that way. Do you have a question for him that you want to ask? We can practice.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure I'm doing this right with Sarah, our daughter, his daughter, my stepdaughter.
Yeah. Can you be more specific?
am I making a mistake?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to hold you over. I'm going to hold you over for the break, and when we come back, we'll practice with Sally talking to her late husband. Stay with us, everybody. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll see what Kirk has to say. Be right back. Welcome back. We've still got Sally on the phone. Sally, you with us? Sally, you still with us? Okay, good. So,
I am.
If you can be specific, that's going to give you the most applicable guidance for what your question is, because spirits are really literal. So instead of saying, am I doing okay with Susie, what are you doing okay with Susie? Does that make sense?
Right. Yes, it totally makes sense. So we've gotten into kind of a squabble over her boyfriend helping at my house. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't worked out very well. And I'm really at a loss as to how to handle the situation. So it's, I just don't know if I can trust this boyfriend. I don't really like him, and that's just a bad place to be. And I just need to know if he's an okay guy or if he's really what I think he is, which is not an okay guy.
Okay, so what's your stepdaughter's name?
Sarah.
Sarah. So is Sarah's boyfriend, and what's his name? What's his name?
Nick.
Is Sarah's boyfriend Nicholas. Nick trustworthy? So how about that? Is Sarah's boyfriend Nick trustworthy? First thing that comes in your head. So you ask the question, I'm telling you, as fast as you can snap your fingers, you're going to get an answer. So ask that question aloud.
Okay, so Kirk, is Nick trustworthy?
Be specific about who Nick is. Sarah's boyfriend, Nick, because it could be any Nick. See what I'm saying?
Kirk, is Sarah's boyfriend, Nick, trustworthy? Yeah.
What's the first thing in your head?
It's complicated.
Okay, I got to know.
That's what he said. It's complicated.
I got to know.
Yeah. I want so much to believe that he is, but I don't think he is.
Then follow your gut on that.
No.
Yeah. Follow your gut on that.
Okay.
And she gets mad. If she gets mad, she gets mad. You can't control that. It's your house. It's your money that you're paying him. It's your decision. And say, you don't have to say I don't trust him. You can just say this just isn't working out and I'm going to bring somebody else in.
This isn't working out, yeah. That's what I've done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I just hope I made the right decision. So
ask him.
We're talking for an hour next week, you and I. So
hot dog.
I'll let someone else have the floor.
All right. Well, ask Kirk real fast. Ask Kirk real fast. Did I make the right decision on Nick?
Kirk, did I make the right decision on Nick?
Well, you get.
Heck yes.
I did too.
Just what he would say.
That.
Heck yes.
Same thing. I got heck yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's how easy it is, Sally. You just say something. It doesn't have to be a question. It doesn't have to be a yes or no. It can be a multiple choice. It could be a open-ended question. It could be a statement. And he's going to respond, and it's going to come in like a thought in your head as fast as you can snap your fingers or before you can even get the thought out all the way. And it reminds me of, do you remember the TV show?
I was kind of getting it before.
Yeah. Because time doesn't exist in the spirit world. So, he's got the question already before you've even asked it all the way. But the other thing is, did you ever watch Bewitched as a kid, the TV show?
Yes, Tabitha, yes, of course.
Yeah,
Darren.
Samantha Stevens and Darren. And Samantha Stevens would, for those of you that are too young to remember Bewitched, she was a good witch who was married to a human. Her husband's name was Darren. But you know how she'd call Mother and then her mom and Dora would come in, or she'd call Uncle Arthur or Dr. Bombay, and they would come in right away?
Yeah.
That's how it works. So I always laugh and think, whoever wrote that screenplay knew woo-woo, because that's how it works. Now you're on it. You're doing it.
Yep. That's
one other thing, Sally, the more you do it, the more you're going to get information and you're going to be able to validate it. And the more it gets validated, the more you trust it, and then it's just second nature. So just keep playing with it. And be specific. Yep. Okay. All righty. Talk to you in a week. Looking forward to it.
I'm so grateful. Thank you. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All righty. Let's go to Michelle next. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Michelle.
I had to get off speaker there. Can you hear me?
Oh, good girl. Thank you for doing that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Sure can. Where are you located?
Hi. Middle Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Great. Like Nashville?
Yeah. Between Nashville and Knoxville. Cookeville.
Yeah. Terrific. Got a question for me?
Yes. I'm having a lot of pain in my stomach, like at night when I turn over, burning, more than reflux. I used to have a lot of reflux, but now it burns. So I've tried to really limit, acidy foods. I don't take anything like aspirin. I never could tolerate aspirin, but my stomach is just giving me a lot of grief, and I've really tried to limit my diet, but I just wondered if there's something else I could be doing or if you have any help for my stomach, burning in my stomach.
All right, let me get you on my laser beam, and then we'll go. You're not that far from me in Birmingham. You're just about 3 hours, maybe 3.5.
Right.
So I'm just heading a little north.
Due north.
To hook into you in Cookeville, Tennessee. All right, got ya. Okay, yeah, your stomach looks really inflamed, my girl. Holy mackerel. All right. Inflammation looks like red fog on body parts, getting anti-inflammatory energy, royal blue color on it, getting it calmed down. Have you been on steroids, antibiotics, any other kind of medicine or something along those lines?
No, I haven't been. No, in a long time, probably a few years. Time. I've had to have any of that.
Okay, you've got a yeast overgrowth in your gut. So if you email me, Michelle, Julie at AskJulieRyan.com, I'll send you the link to the gut biome test. And I think that would be a good place to start because that's going to tell you what your superfoods are, what are going to be the best foods for you to avoid, some of which are healthy, but they're just not healthy for you right now, and then everything else. So let's get your stomach back in line with that. So Julie at AskJulieRyan.com. Anybody listening, if you want a link, it's to a little bit of a discount, Michelle. It's to a gut biome test, which is a fancy name for a poop test. And you can do it at home and you don't need a doctor's orders. And it's going to help a lot. So just email me and we'll send you that link. And in the meantime, hopefully getting it calmed down energetically will help. Thanks for calling in. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll see who's next. Stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. See you in a minute. Welcome back, everybody. We do this show every Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and 5 Pacific. The call-in number is 667-770-1476, and the access code is 483-620-pound. Now, this information is available anywhere, I should say, on my website, AskJulieRyan.com, and in the show notes. You can download the show anywhere you get your podcasts, and we're also on YouTube and Alexa. So please remember to subscribe, send it to a friend or a family member. Say, hey, you may enjoy this, and you may want to call in because I always tell people it's free, it's fast, and it's fun when you call in. And don't forget to be sure to leave a review at ratethispodcast.com/Julie. That's ratethispodcast.com/Julie. The call-in details can also be found on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest pages. Everything's at Ask Julie Ryan. And we'll always post a reminder to call in on the day of the show. So every once in a while, I'm not doing a live show, and you'll see on my social media, it'll say, okay, no live show tonight, but here's the guest that I've pre-recorded an interview with somebody that I think you'll really enjoy. And so there's that. While you're on AskJulieRyan.com, be sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. It's a question somebody has submitted online along with my answer. And you can also schedule an appointment with me there. I'm booked out for a couple of months, but you know the key, get on my schedule and then check your confirmation email, periodically keep it, and check the reschedule button on your confirmation email, and then that will show you what appointments have opened up. People reschedule all the time, and you might be able to get in sooner. Let's see what else. We'll have a whole hour to talk about whatever you want, because, you know, I am a buffet of psychicness. So everything you need to know can be found at AskJulieRyan.com. A couple of other things. My Angelic Attendant training class filled today for the year. I teach it once a quarter. It's live on Zoom. We have people from all over the world that take it. The only prerequisite is you got to speak English, because that's the only thing I speak. And so it filled today. So we are opening up spaces in January of 2023. So that's really hands-on. First part of the class is discussion and lecture. Second part is practicum. Right out of the gate, you're doing all the stuff that I'm doing every week. We do 4 Saturdays in a row, and it's a blast. So there's that. My new Angels and Enlightenment training is going to be out soon. That is going to be online, self-paced, and so anybody can do that. We're going to have practice groups that are going to be available to anybody that takes that class, and you're going to be able to work with Angelic Attendant training graduates, my big class. So they're all fabulous and have learned how to do all the stuff that I do. So you'll get to practice with them. And that's just talking with spirit and also the 12 phases of transition. That's all we're going to cover in the Angels and Enlightenment training. So there's that. And then lastly, I'm going to do something special for Mother's Day. And the week of Mother's Day is on the 8th. So the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th of May, we're going to do a private screening of a movie called Living with Ghosts. And it's about a research project at a university in Texas where the researchers communicated with spirit and worked with people who were grieving the loss of a loved one. And it helped them in their grieving process to be able to communicate with their loved one. And I thought, what a perfect weekend to do this movie screening, Mother's Day, because a lot of us have lost mothers and grandmothers, and we miss them and we're grieving for them. And so stay tuned. We'll be putting some more information out there. You can sign up for this screening. And then on Monday the 9th, the producer of the movie and I are going to do a live get-together for anybody that wants to watch the movie and join us. And we'll be answering questions about woo-woo and about the research and about the making of the movie and all of that. So I just thought that would be a fun thing to do for Mother's Day this year. So stay tuned for that. There will be more coming on my social media, and then we'll also send out an email to everybody about it as well. Living with Ghosts. It's not available yet. This is a pre-screening. They're shopping it around to all the film festivals, and it's won several awards already. And once they're done with that, then they'll release it. So you get a sneak preview. Okay. This week, my question came from Nadine, and Nadine lives in Leominster, Massachusetts. And she said, "Hi, Julie. I was lucky to have found you and your podcast when I happened upon an interview with Jan Engels-Smith when I was on Jan's show. Thank you for the work you do. My mother will be 94 in June and has a host of pretty severe medical issues. I understand she's preparing to pass on, but I don't understand why she has to suffer so excruciatingly. On top of everything she's been through, she was just diagnosed with shingles. Can you possibly connect with her and send her whatever healing she needs so she can enjoy whatever time she chooses to have left? She lives in Bradenton, Florida. I cannot express how special my mother is, and I know I can only do so much. Thank you for your assistance. And here's my response. Hi, Nadine. Thanks for your note and kind comments. I'm so sorry to hear your mother is suffering. To get some information for you, I first energetically connected to you and from you to her. Your mom is in phase 7 of the 12 phases of transition, which means she is in the active dying phase. Active dying phase is what hospice workers and people that do end-of-life care call that phase at the end of somebody's life, like the last couple of days. And so that's where Nadine's mom is. I went on to say she's surrounded by angels and the spirits of deceased loved ones and pets. For more information on this end-of-life scenario, please read or listen to my book, Angelic Attendants, What Really Happens as We Transition from This Life into the Next. I talk about the 12 phases of transition. That's what my new training is going to be covering, that as well. Angels and Enlightenment Training. And then I said, please consider downloading the 12 phases chart and save it on your phone. Any of you can get that. You have access to that. Go to AskJulieRyan.com, go to the 12 phases tab, and you'll see a button there where you can download the 12 phases of transition chart. It's free. You may want to do that and save it on your phone. This is what I'm telling Nadine to do. When you want an update, just ask either aloud or in your head as to what phase of transition your mom's in. An answer will immediately come in as a thought in your head. Refer to the chart. As for the suffering part, I suggest you consider engaging a hospice agency. They'll be able to manage your mom's pain and provide the medical support she needs. In addition, the hospice staff will assist you and your family as you take care of your mother. Lastly, I sent calming, healing energy to your mom. Hope it helps. That 12 phases of transition chart, I always suggest people that are in the process of losing a loved one, that somebody's at the end of their life, download that chart on your phone, and then you just ask aloud or in your head what phase of transition is so-and-so in. And you're going to get a number. And it'll be 7 or 9 or 3 or whatever. And then you can refer to the chart, and if it's on your phone, it's convenient, and then you'll know what's happening. You'll get a illustration of the position of the angels and all of that. When somebody's moving through the phases, like they're in 7, 8, 9 within 24 hours or within a couple of days, you'll know that it's time to start bringing the family in because they're getting near the end of their life. One other thing to remember, too, is that people can move in and out of the phases. They might be in 9, they may go back to 3, they may go to 6, they may be bopping around. It's not common, but it happens. The other thing is, just because somebody's in one of the phases, it doesn't mean that they're going to die. One of my favorite stories is about my brother, one of my brother's best friends, my brother Jay. And this guy, I didn't think he'd make it out of the operating room. He was in surgery. He was having problems. I thought he's just not going to make it. And he did. And 15 years later, he's up walking around. So you just never know. But the 12 phases of transition can give you a snapshot of how it's progressing. Most of the time, people will go through the stages in chronological order. Chronological. Easy for me to say. And then you'll know when they're getting, halfway through 6, 7, 8. You want to be there, and you want to bring in the family and loved ones who want to say goodbye. So thanks, Nadine, for your question, and I hope that helps with your mom. Okay, let's go back to the phones, and our next caller's Naomi. See if I can get Naomi on here. Naomi. Well, it's not letting me.
Hello?
There she is. There you are. You had to unmute on your end, didn't you?
Hi, I'm Naomi from San Francisco.
Hi, Naomi. Got a question for me?
Hi. Yes. So, I've been noticing that my hips have been really tight, but I've been reading also that with face reflexology, that also the jaw, the masseter kind of is related to just like the glute, hip, IT band, all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense because like my jaw pops all the time and like my hip pops out of place every now and then. And I'm like, well, both areas are so tight. Like I grind my teeth and I'll get like spasms. So.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, hang in there. Yeah. I'm going to hold you over for the break. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to check out Naomi and see what's going on with her hip bone connected to the jawbone. Never heard that one before, so this will be interesting. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We were on the phone with Naomi here before the break. Naomi, you got to unmute so we can hear you again, hopefully. And there you are.
Okay, hello. I'm here.
Okay, good. And so you were saying your jaw pops and your hips also pop. Is it your left hip that bothers you more than your right?
I mean, they're probably like both out of whack, but like lately I have been feeling like just my right would like spasm a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. The energy went to your left hip first. So I'm in there looking around. I connected to you energetically. And do you have a chiropractor that you see?
Yes, but I want to switch. So I'm probably in between. So I think I'm going to be looking for a new one.
Okay. You need to go see a chiropractor. You need a tune-up. And then your pelvis is, you're a bit of a twisted sister. You're a twisted sister. So your pelvis is twisted.
I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah, you are. The right side of your pelvis is a little in front of the left side. So what I did was I evened it back out. I got you so that you were an even sister instead of a twisted sister. And then what I'm doing now is I'm working on your jaw. So imagine that the jaw, I know you've seen this on different devices that are plastic. Imagine there's a pin that goes in a circle, right? And so that's how I connect the jaw, disconnect the jaw. I pull the bottom jaw out and then bring it down. And then what's happening is sometimes the jaw, it's the left side is the problem in your jaw also is what I'm seeing. You know those little tongue and groove gears that you'll see on a clock where the disc will fit into the other disc and then it'll move it? And that's what moves the clock to turn the hands of time. Sounds like a soap opera. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen a clock with those gears in it? Or a watch?
I think so.
Okay. Anyways, when you grind your teeth, it can mess up those little teeth that happen. It makes the hinge for the jaw. So what I've done is I've put a little dollop of stem cell energy on there. There's a little teeny vortex that's spinning above it. That's going to regenerate that joint in your jaw. And then I've just put your jaw back up. And so I see you moving your jaw back and forth, like a skeleton, opening and closing your mouth. I know. I can see you doing it. So do that and go side to side. And that's going to help you feel better. But go find a chiropractor. The chiropractor can help with
Was it more worn out on the left side?
Say that again.
Was it more worn out on the left side?
Yeah. It didn't even go to the right side. It just went to the left side. Yeah. Do you have a night guard that you wear in your mouth? Kind of like a football mouthpiece?
No, but I've been told to get a night guard. But then, the dentist wanted to, finish, a certain, I'm going to fill this in, and then we'll do it. And then I stopped seeing that dentist. And so it's just the whole thing. But it has been recommended to me.
Yeah.
So I think
that'll help a lot.
One.
That'll help a lot if you get those. And get an upper and a lower. And then, if you're grinding, you're just grinding on the mouth guard. So it's not a big deal. So give that a try. Yeah. And hopefully that'll help. All righty?
Cool. Cool. Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're not a twisted sister anymore. Bye.
Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Ashley. You're next. You're not a twisted sister, are you?
I don't think so, but I don't know. I guess. I don't think so.
Oh, when I see my chiropractor.
That made me laugh so hard when you said that.
I know. When I see my chiropractor, I'll go in and I'll say, okay, you got to do the twisted sister move, and she'll just laugh. And she knows exactly what I'm talking about because my pelvis is out of whack. And I promise you, I'm not doing any Elvis Presley moves or hula hoop moves. It sometimes just gets out of whack. You gotta, how Elvis used to grind his hips and do his crazy dances. Oh man, I could mess you up if you weren't in good shape. All right, I digress. Hi, Ashley. Where are you located? Welcome.
Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay, terrific. You got a question for me?
Yeah, so I did have a quick question. So probably like the last 3 or 4 nights I wake up and have just kind of like this pelvic pain. And I think that it's probably like chronic constipation. It's like lower abdominal and like the upper pelvic. It's not the whole pelvis or anything, but I kind of just wanted to see if you could just check that out maybe. And like I'm having like some pain like the upper, like my left side, but I think it's coming from that area of pain where there's constipation / gas. But I just kind of want you to just look at it if you don't mind and just kind of maybe just let me know what you see.
Yeah, low impacted girl. So brain octane oil is the best. Yep. Brain octane oil. Are you familiar with that, Ashley? Say it again? Brain octane oil.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay. It is made by a company called Bulletproof, like Bulletproof Coffee. It's a highly refined coconut oil, and what it does is it's doesn't have any flavor, doesn't have any color. You can put it on your food. Try a tablespoon or 2 on your food. When we're constipated, we think we need more fiber. We need more fat. We need more good fat. So give that a try. If you use too much of it, Ashley, start off with a tablespoon or 2. Start off with a tablespoon. Try that. And you can just put it on your food. And then if you're using too much of it, you'll get the runs. So you'll know to back off. That stuff's great. You can get it. If somebody's having surgery, I always say start taking the brain octane oil as soon as you eat food because that'll make things move. You know how you get plugged up when you have surgery. Brain octane oil, Amazon, Whole Foods, Sprouts. It's wonderful. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Jennifer on. Ashley, thanks for calling. Welcome back. Our next caller's Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Hi. I'm okay. I just had a question about I injured a joint in my neck about 5.5 years ago. Unfortunately, doing a yoga pose, and so I have issues in my joints, and I have a lot of muscle pain. And it's kind of not healed, and so I have joint issues. I've been to a lot of different chiropractors, and I have joint issues in my neck, back, lower back, and my hips, and both my knees and big toe.
Wow.
And so the muscles, it's sort of healed a little bit here and there, and then, it's healed over the years here and there, and then I aggravated it, and it's complicated. But it just gets frustrating because the muscles, I'm not sure why it's not healing, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I do what I'm supposed to do to, I don't know.
Does it hurt all the time, or does it just hurt when you're exercising or doing yoga, or what's the story on that?
Definitely hurts like, I haven't been doing a lot of exercising right now because it was really severe in my hip, and then it kind of is in the groin a bit. And so the last chiropractor that I was working with starting in January, she told me to, like she said, just do walking, no power walking. So I kind of just haven't really been, other than just walking around town, I haven't been like, which is really hard for me not to like get a workout or do. I try to stretch and do the exercises that she gave me, and probably not doing enough upper body strengthening, but I'm also healing other things, emotional, so it's probably connected to why it's not healing, is my sense.
Where are you located, Jennifer?
So I just kind of do my best.
Where are you located?
Freeport, Maine.
Okay. All right. I'm going to get you on my radar, and then we'll see what's going on with your neck and see what's happening. So you've got some vertebral collapse on the left side, is what it looks like to me. And so I'm propping up those vertebrae and then pushing the discs back in. And then there's this little netting that's going to go from the upper to the lower vertebra, and upper vertebra to the lower vertebra. And that will hold the disc in place. But you've got some disc degeneration stuff going on, which is causing the vertebral collapse, is what I'm seeing. And then that's just kind of throwing off your whole spine. On the left side is what I'm seeing. Is that where it hurts more, or can you tell?
It's tight on either side, but the injury was on that where I aggravated the one. I had like a degenerative joint that was sort of susceptible. That's on the right side. Where the injury was on the right side of the neck, but it doesn't mean,
Yeah. No, all I can give you is what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing the left side. So what I'm doing is I'm watching your skeleton get pulled up through the top of your head, kind of like if you were if you had some strings attached to the top of your head and you were a marionette doll and the strings were being pulled up, and that pulls all of them up there. Have you seen one of those traction devices where you can hang upside down? You kind of look like a bat. Yeah. Have you ever tried one of those?
No.
Okay. That's what I see you on. Is one of those to stretch out those vertebrae. Okay. Because it's like they're collapsing down. So to stretch it out. The other thing that I got when you were talking earlier was that motion is lotion. So do your walking, because the walking is going to help. And most inflammation comes from the gut, Jennifer, even with an injury, because the fact that you've got joint pain all over your body that's a red flag to me that you got some gut stuff going on. So email me, Julie at AskJulieRyan, and I will AskJulieRyan.com, and we'll send you the gut biome test. I would highly recommend you do that and see what are going to be the best foods for you to eat and avoid, and that'll help with your inflammation level. So I hope that helps. And I would look into one of those traction devices. They're kind of like, you lay on them and then you hang upside down.
Should I keep going to the chiropractor? Should I keep going to the chiropractor, or should I have an MRI or
chiropractor?
Keep going to the chiropractor.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope that helps. Thanks for calling. All righty, let's go to Joan next. Hi, Joan.
Hi, Julie.
How are ya?
Hi, Julie. I'm good.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing great, Julie. How are you?
I'm terrific. Thanks. Where are you located?
I'm located in south of Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Terrific. Well, what's going on up there?
Snow this week, too.
Oh, geez. I heard that. I was talking to a friend in Cincinnati, and he said they had snow down there. Oh, crazy.
I know. It's crazy.
Well, you have a question for
Julie,
me?
My question is, I I do. I have a lovely aunt who is 92, almost 93, spent her life as a special education teacher and a speech therapist, and we kept her safe during COVID. She never married and has no children, and so my siblings and I, she's the last aunt or uncle left in our family, and kept her safe during COVID, but was discovered 3 weeks ago she has metastatic cancer. She had recently had surgery to remove a mass for humane reasons because it would just make the suffering less, and she recuperated really well. But she is kind of thinking she can go back. She's very weak, but she's really working hard in rehabilitation right now, physical rehab. But she's really weak, and I think she thinks maybe she can go back to where she lived. And I just was going to help my siblings out with talking to you and trying to figure out where do you think she may be at in this whole process.
What's her name, Joan?
Her
first name?
Patricia.
Pat. Okay.
Patricia.
I get Aunt Pat is in phase 6 of the 12 phases of transition. So let's ask her my questions that I always ask. Aunt Pat, are you ready to go? Yes. Are you in pain? Yes. What do you need? She wants to go back to her home. She wants to spend time in her home. So keep that in mind. Let her, now, what I said before, they can go in and out of the phases. They can go back and forth. Just because she's in a phase doesn't mean she's going to check out anytime soon. But download that chart that I talked about. Go to AskJulieRyan.com, 12 phases of transition. Download the chart. Keep it on your phone so you can just ask, and then you'll get an answer. And you'll be able to tell if she's progressing.
Okay. Do you know, can you see what phase she's in now, Julie?
She's in 6. She's in phase 6.
Okay.
So she's halfway through the 12 phases. She's surrounded by angels, her deceased loved ones, the spirits of deceased pets, and she's saying she's ready to go, but she just wants to go home. She wants to go home back to her earthly house. So if it looks like a situation, Joan, where you call in hospice or she's not progressing, do your best to let her go home and bring hospice into her house to help take care of her.
Yes.
Okay? Because
Julie, thank you so much.
Couple other points real fast, Joan, before you leave. Number one, most people think that hospice is just for the last few days, and it's not. You can call in hospice, my gosh, a year before somebody passes. And the advantage of that is they're not going to suffer. They can control their pain. They can make sure that her quality of life is very good at the end, and they can supply all of the needed help with equipment and caregivers and all of that. So you may want to do a little bit of homework up front and find out who the hospice facilities and agencies are in your area, so that when and if the time comes, and at 92 it's going to come eventually anyways, but hopefully you'll have a good idea of a couple of agencies to call to see what kind of help you can get. So I hope that helps you and your family.
It surely does. Thank you so much, Julie.
You bet. Bye-bye. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Lisa on, see what Lisa's question is. So stay with us. You're listening to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. Welcome back, everybody. For our last caller, we've got Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Well, hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm glad to be on. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in. Where are you located?
I am in Westerville, Ohio, and we, too, have had a little snow, but we are supposed to be 82 degrees on Saturday. So,
oh, my.
Can't wait.
Get your bathing suit ready, huh?
I know. Really? Yep.
Yeah. Although the
I'll be outside for sure.
Unless you've got a heater in a pool, it may be a little chilly if you had snow and then you're going into the water.
It might be premature.
Exactly.
Yep.
A little bit. Oh, gosh. Well, terrific. Well, thanks for calling in. Do you have a question for me?
I do. I have lost my father, mother, and husband within the last 4 years. And I've been doing lots of things for our family, and I'm at a point now that I just want to reach out and make sure I'm doing everything or something. Is there anything special I need to be doing for the family right now? Like, what should be my mission? I've accomplished so many projects. I think I'm done, but I just want to make sure that the three of them have nothing else that I need to do.
Your father, your mother, and your cousin.
My husband.
Oh, your husband. I thought you said your cousin. Your husband. When you said, is there anything I need to do? I heard your dad say, check the roof on the building. Does that mean anything to you?
Okay. Yes. I inherited some apartment buildings.
Okay. He wants you to check the roof. He's showing, so are the buildings next to each other?
Yeah.
It's the one on the left as you're facing them.
Okay.
You got something going on with the roof. I don't know that you're going to need to replace the whole roof, Lisa, but there may be some kind of a leak happening that you can check out. He's saying that if you look, he's very detailed. He's saying if you look in his files that you'll find the name of a roofer that he really liked to use. Do you have those kinds of files with information like that from him?
I believe I do. I think they're at my brother's, but I believe we have those.
Okay. So he's saying, telling me he's telling me that there's a guy named Doug. You want to talk to Doug.
Doug. Okay.
Doug is what he's saying. Okay. Any questions for your mom or your husband?
Just any messages that they'd have for me, like what they want me to do next.
Have fun. All three at one time said have fun. Time for you to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you have any exotic trips planned? Yep. Good. Where are you going?
No. Milwaukee.
Oh,
Milwaukee.
That doesn't sound too exotic. Sorry, Milwaukee people, but I've been there.
Yeah. But that's it.
Okay.
And I guess I'm going to Vegas, too. That could be exotic.
Yeah. I think exotic like Tahiti or someplace like that. I don't know. Milwaukee, you could probably go to a Brewers game, and that would be really fun, and do some other things there in the summertime.
I think so. We're going to go. I'm going to go to a festival, and I believe we're going to hear Jason Aldean. So that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah. Terrific. All right.
Country Western. Yes.
Well, have fun with that.
There's, I will. So just nothing special, nothing my mom doesn't want me to take care of anybody else.
They're just saying have fun, and your dad's concerned about an issue with the roof on the building.
Okay. I will check it out.
And your husband's talking about something about a car. You need to drive the car. Does he have a car that you need to drive that's sitting in the garage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he left me his 1988 Corvette.
There you go. He wants you to drive the car.
There you go.
Because it doesn't need to just sit there and not be run. Okay, there you go. Thanks for calling,
right,
Lisa. Have fun on your exotic trip to Milwaukee.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Bye. Oh, my gosh, that's hysterical. Nothing wrong with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great town, but I just don't consider that to be really exotic. Well, everybody, that's it for this week. What a delight to have everybody on. Like I say, call in. It's free, it's fast, and it's fun. And we can talk to Spirit and get some guidance for you or get some answers about check the roof leak. It may be a problem. And remember, follow me on Ask Julie Ryan on all the social media platforms. Don't be paying anybody any money if they contact you on Instagram or Facebook or any of the other ones. That's fraudulent. Check with me. Instant message me before you do anything like that, and I'll answer you. And be sure and leave a review at ratethispodcast.com/Julie, and you will be entered into a drawing for a free session with me, valued at $200. So you might be able to win a free session. The Living with Ghosts preview, you'll be getting more information on that. We'll be publicizing that. Remember, that's going to be the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th of May, Mother's Day weekend. And then we're going to do a Q&A on Monday, May 9th with the producer and me, and we'll be answering woo-woo questions and also questions about the making of the movie and the research. That's really very impressive. It's the first of its kind that's been done at a public university. And so wanted to let you know about that. Something special I got planned for you for Mother's Day. All right, everybody, that's it. Sending you lots of love from Sweet Home, Alabama. Mwah. Have a great week. Bye.
Be sure to follow Julie on Instagram and YouTube at Ask Julie Ryan and like her on Facebook at Ask Julie Ryan. To schedule an appointment or submit a question, please visit AskJulieRyan.com.
This show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be medical, psychological, financial, or legal advice. Please contact a licensed professional. The Ask Julie Ryan Show, Julie Ryan and all parties involved in producing, recording, and distributing it assume no responsibility for listeners' actions based on any information heard on this or any Ask Julie Ryan shows or podcasts.